Watch the whole video to find all the hidden anime girls. What are some things you realized too late in life? That expecting others to act how you would in that situation does not work. This is a hard one for me. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. I figured this out when I was about 25. Be generous and help people out, but never leave yourself short doing it. And know that when you are the one who needs help, very few people in your life will leave themselves short to help you out. Don't try to hang on to a toxic friendship just because of your history. Well said, brother. Yeah, it's best to cut toxic people off your life. Had a mate in high school that would try to exploit me every time he gets the chance. Would always ask for money and for me to pay up because he did me a backquote favor, which includes stuff as sleepovers. I cut him off a long time now. He always find time to berate me every time too for my personality traits. Just because you put effort and energy into a relationship doesn't mean the other person will. This goes for friendships too. If you find you're giving way more than what you get given, sometimes it's worth rethinking what you actually mean to that person. Yeah, I have a buddy I've been friends with for 20 years now. Dude never wants to do anything with me, ever. About a year ago he rang me up and said he had tickets for a show and to come along. I thought, cool man, we haven't done anything in forever. During the show he casual says, I can't believe no one wanted this other ticket. That's when it dawned on me I was his last choice, and he only asked me because he didn't want to go alone. Felt pretty shitty considering this guy was my best friend for years. It was weird realization because we talk on Messenger pretty much every day. It's okay to catch yourself in your own BS. That's not you failing, it's you being self-aware, and that will make you a better person. I thought people didn't like me because I was nerdy and all. Turns out the problem was that I never gave them a chance because I assumed they wouldn't like me. This is an interesting one that I've experienced from the other side. I'm pretty athletic looking and would hang around my hockey friends most of my younger life, but I'm also a big gamer, love RPGs. So during high school years I had no problem talking to the less cool kids that were into video games and stuff, because so was I, but it was pretty evident when I approached them. They didn't approve of me. I wasn't one of them, so never really became friends with any. They clearly treated me different. In my adult life I've found people are much more inclined to give people a chance, and I've made some great gamer friends since. I'm not trying to complain about it, just like to point out that judgment goes both ways. You only get one body. Take care of it. Unless you're a mortician, then you get multiple chances. Tying my self-worth to academic success is probably a bad idea. Academic success means virtually nothing unless you want to sell your soul to academia. Yes, getting an education is important. Nobody will deny that, but it won't especially matter later on unless you decide to work in academia. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing badly. It's really easy to get into the mindset of thinking that things have to be perfect, but that's also the kind of mindset that leaves you meticulously editing the first 5,000 words of that novel you've been working on for half a decade. Sit down and finish the thing, then worry about fixing it up. Perfect is the enemy of good. Studying and having hobbies is actually productive, not stupid. I think only middle schoolers and teen movie jocks think studying is stupid. I was so afraid of failing that I stopped trying. I know now it's okay to be afraid, but it's no excuse to give up. I'm 28 years old and just finished my first quarter of college with all A's. When I saw my grades I cried for a long time because I realized the biggest thing holding me back was me. It took time and a lot of therapy for me to get here, but that's okay. Everyone grows at a different pace. This is so relatable I want to cry. Don't make other people's lives your standard for living. Love what you have and love the people that support you. This, so much. My life is immersing myself in sports and obscure athletes. I also enjoy reading and random shit. My friends are engaged, soon to be engaged, or on that road. Maybe it'll change as I get older, but I love working a job that I like and can stay busy at, following my teams, and gambling on sports. It brings me peace and keeps me sane. I don't let other people dictate my happiness. I'm higher functioning autistic, so these interests are very intense and sad level. I need my time to process and learn. I'm trying to travel and eat out more, and hang with friends more than I did when I was younger, but that urge always comes back after a while. Bottom line, do what makes you happy and appreciate who appreciates you. Life is too short to live how others want you to. I really should have found the courage to date in high school. It would undoubtedly have been an absolute show of a disaster, but the experience would have been worth it. I agree with this. High school relationships will more likely than not fail spectacularly, but they provide the shared cultural understanding and expectations that are prerequisite for future romantic relationships. Since I completely missed out on dating in high school, I have no fucking clue how to enter the dating scene now, and I do not foresee that changing anytime soon. There's no way I can have those critical formative experiences now. I'd take a bad abusive toxic high school relationship over none at all. Don't let anxiety rule your life. All those people looking at you at a dance, the gym, the beach, work, school. It just doesn't matter. Half the people won't remember you in 5 minutes. Very few are actually judging you, and even if they are, do what makes you happy and helps you, and leave regrets behind you. You are your own best friend. You are the love of your life. If you are happy with yourself, you win. And if you're not happy, find help to fix it. Getting married and having kids is not the ultimate life goal. Only do it if you really want to. Otherwise you'll do it just because it's expected of you, and you'll be trapped in a very unhappy life. I almost realized this too late. The ex-fiancée kept trying to make me change my entire career path so I could support her and the hypothetical kid I didn't want, because being a zoologist isn't lucrative enough. Duck that shit. Animals are cool. Doing well in school doesn't mean you will do well outside of it. When my application was rejected by my university of choice many years ago, even though I got the grades, I was told grades aren't everything. Took me a while to accept. Your stomach isn't supposed to hurt all the time. I was knee-deep in denial for a while when I first started developing symptoms of Crohn's disease. Side note, if you are in your late teens or early 20s and are having persistent stomach/gut pain, go to the doctor as soon as you possibly can. It could save you a lot of pain and surgery down the line. Oh, this is me. Do not spend time arguing with people over things that won't matter in 3 hours, let alone 3 years. And don't take advantage of the people who genuinely care about your well-being and how you feel. Being a lawyer is a horrible job. Thousands of dollar sign in uni fees and years of university just to sit behind a desk all day and try to fix everyone's duck-ups. I studied law in my late 20s because I thought I was wasting my life by doing something I loved but wasn't as lucrative as law. Now I make the big bucks, but hate myself for it. Hey there, use that big bucks to get experience to love yourself now. The chances of you growing up to be something big is very unlikely. And if you do accomplish something huge, it's even more unlikely that you'll keep that success for too long. Be grateful for being average, because it's very hard to do the basic things it takes to maintain a stable lifestyle that's nowhere near the American dream. Definitely this. I realized fairly early on that I'm just an average person in a world of billions, and that I'll spend my life like that. But I sure as hell am gonna kick ass living to make myself and the people I love happy. After working for 2 years, it no longer matters where you graduated college from. Work experience becomes everything at that point. Yeah, but graduating from something like MIT or Harvard lets you start in a role and rank that most of the people don't achieve during the lifetime, so there's also that. For whatever reason, no matter how trivial or stupid, some people are simply not going to like you, and that's perfectly fine. It's a foolish waste of time to try to win those people over. Focus your attention on the people who actually give a dirt about you. Your time with them is limited. I'm finally learning to embrace this mindset after years of pandering to people who didn't care. The ones who love us best are the ones we'll lay to rest and visit their graves on holidays at best. The ones who love us least are the ones we'll die to please. If it's any consolation, I don't begin to understand them. Was so sheltered growing up that it took until 10th grade for me to realize how ducking stupid I was until that point. Everything started to make sense to me, i.e., why I was talked down too often, why I felt like I had to prove myself at everything, and why I made no friends. Being annoying will not make people like you, even if you own it. I still look back and think if I was someone else I would have knocked myself out way before it would have been a problem, so maybe I would have gotten the message. I think the fact I was sheltered and my parents were so overprotective is what started the fuel for my self-hatred and why I have a disconnect with the rest of my family and my friends. Never be overprotective despite how much you love your children. If you really love them, you will let them make bad decisions and hurt themselves early on because that's how you learn. And they won't ever learn with you hovering over them until they are 14. Comment what the best or worst story was. Also remember to subscribe for more Reddit and anime girls.